All right, so today we are diving into Things We Never Got Over.
Ooh, fun.
It's a romance novel by Lucy Score,
Yeah,
and it's topping all the bestseller lists, and we're going to figure out why.
absolutely.
I love a good story, and I hear this one's got it all. Small town charm, a runaway bride, and a hero who's like as gruff as he is lovable.
Yes, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff. And to help us navigate all the twists and turns, we've got, a romance expert here with us.
I read a lot of romance.
So let's jump right in.
Sounds good.
The story starts in Knockemout, Virginia.
Yes, it does.
So tell us about Chapter 1 and this runaway bride, Naomi Witt.
Okay, so picture this.
Okay.
Naomi is fleeing a wedding
Yeah.
that's gone very, very wrong.
Uh,
She's escaping a life that's not hers, and she's hoping to find refuge with her estranged twin sister, Tina, who supposedly lives in this town, Knockemout.
a twin sister.
Yes.
Okay, so that's already a lot of drama.
Yes?
Are they close?
No, not really.
Uh.
They're complete opposites, and their relationship is, let's say, strained. Yes, Naomi is very responsible and kind, and Tina is impulsive and reckless.
Oh, so I'm sensing trouble already. And Tina is the reason, right, that Naomi ends up stranded
Yes,
in Knockemout.
exactly. In Chapter 2, Naomi arrives in town only to find that Tina has disappeared.
Oh, no.
Classic Tina move.
Oh.
And not only that, she's cleaned out Naomi's bank account,
Oh, my goodness.
stolen her car, and left her with an 11-year-old niece that Naomi didn't even know existed.
What?
Her name is Waylay.
Waylay?
Yes.
Wow, okay, so she got hit with a triple whammy.
Yeah.
Poor Naomi.
Yeah, you really feel for her.
So what's Waylay like?
Well, in Chapter 3, we get to meet Waylay, and she's really something. She's very smart, observant, and way more mature than her 11 years would suggest.
Yeah, I bet dealing with Tina all the time would do that to you.
Right, exactly.
So where does our hero Knox Morgan fit into all of this?
Well, right from the start, Chapter 1, we see that Knox is kind of a pillar of this community of Knockemout.
Okay.
He's a barber,
Oh,
heart of gold, but he hides it behind a gruff exterior and a thick beard.
I love that.
Yeah, so he values his simple life and keeps to himself. But then Naomi and Waylay arrive.
Oh, things are about to change.
Yeah, sure are.
So they meet in Chapter 4.
Yes, they do.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so Naomi desperately needs a job and a place to stay, and she ends up asking Knox for help, and their personalities clash immediately.
Okay.
She is like this whirlwind of energy and optimism,
Yeah.
and he is all about routine and keeping his emotions very much in check.
Opposites attract.
Classic.
I love it. So what happens next?
Well, Chapters 5 and 6 really throw them together even more. Naomi's struggling to make ends meet and care for Waylay, and even though Knox tries to keep his distance, he gets drawn into their drama.
Okay.
He offers them a place to stay above his barbershop,
Oh.
and even starts to warm up to Waylay,
Yeah.
who sees right through his gruff facade.
I love that.
It's very sweet.
So in these first few chapters, we're seeing the foundation of their relationship, even if they're butting heads a little bit. But something tells me things are about to get a little more complicated.
Oh, yeah, you are right.
Oh, no.
Chapter 7 rolls around, and we're reminded that Tina's chaotic past is far from over.
What do you mean?
So she's left a trail of unpaid debts
Oh, no.
and a lot of angry people who are looking for her,
Mhm.
and they think Naomi is covering for her.
Oh, so that puts Naomi and Waylay in danger.
It definitely does.
And Knox is about to step into a protective role, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah, whether he wants to or not.
All right, so tell me what happens in Chapter 8.
So one of Tina's debts comes back to haunt Naomi in a big way.
Uh-oh.
She's tricked into this illegal poker game,
Oh, no.
and she ends up owing a lot of money to a very dangerous man.
Ooh, I bet Knox steps in to help.
He does.
Of course.
But not without a little resistance.
Of course.
He doesn't want to get involved, but his protective instincts kick in, especially when he sees that Waylay is at risk.
So we're starting to see Knox's tough exterior crack just a little bit.
Yeah, little by little.
Drawn to Naomi's strength and her resilience.
Mm-hmm.
And he's realizing that he cares for her and Waylay.
Yeah, definitely.
So where do things go from there?
Chapters 9 and 10, the danger escalates even more.
Oh, boy.
Naomi's attempts to pay off this debt backfire,
Oh,
and she's in increasingly dangerous situations.
oh God.
And this is where we really see Knox stepping up, using his connections in town and his resourcefulness to protect them.
Classic grumpy hero turning into the knight in shining armor.
I love it.
Me too. And it's in these moments of shared danger where their connection really deepens.
They have to rely on each other, and that
Wow.
bickering that we saw before,
Yeah.
it kind of masks this growing attraction that they
Uh,
can't deny.
okay. I'm officially hooked.
Yeah, me too.
This is a great place to pause for now.
Okay.
We've covered the first 10 chapters, which set the stage for this fiery romance and a lot of small-town intrigue.
Yeah, for sure.
And when we come back, we're going to dive into the heart of the story and see just how complicated things get for Naomi, Knox, and Waylay. So we left off with Naomi and Knox facing some serious danger, all thanks to Tina's messy past.
Right.
What happens next?
Okay, so in chapters 11 and 12, things take a shocking turn.
Okay.
Tina reappears,
Okay.
but not in the way anyone expected.
Oh.
She kidnaps Waylay.
What? Why would she kidnap her own daughter?
Well, it turns out that Tina's involved with some pretty shady characters.
Oh, no.
And she's desperate, and she believes that Waylay has something valuable.
Okay, what?
A flash drive with information that could incriminate a powerful crime ring.
So she's putting her own daughter in danger for these criminals.
Yeah, it's really bad.
What does Knox do?
Knox immediately steps up in Chapter 13. He teams up with his brother Nash, who's the town sheriff,
Okay.
to launch a rescue mission.
Wow.
They realize that the stakes are really high. Like, this flash drive contains evidence that could expose corrupt officials and bring down this whole criminal operation.
This is like a whole thriller now.
It is.
It's a good thing Knox has some powerful allies.
Yeah.
So how does the rescue go?
Chapters 14 and 15 are just a whirlwind of action.
Okay.
Knox uses his knowledge of the back roads and his connections with the locals to try and track down Tina and Waylay. And he even puts his own life on the line to protect Naomi from these criminals who are after the flash drive.
So he's really proving his love for Naomi and Waylay.
He really is.
Not just talking the talk.
Actions speak louder than words, right?
Yeah, exactly. And as things get more and more tense, do Knox and Naomi finally, admit their feelings for each other?
They do.
Okay.
They realize that what they have, it's more than just bickering and shared danger.
Yeah.
They're falling in love.
I knew there's nothing like a life or death situation to bring people together.
Right.
So do they get Waylay back?
Yes. In Chapter 16, there's this tense standoff with Tina and her criminal associates.
Oh, gosh.
Shots are fired, secrets are revealed, and it turns out that Nash was actually shot by one of these criminals a while back.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of personal stakes involved.
So they get Waylay back, but there's a lot of fallout.
Definitely in Chapter 17, we see the aftermath of everything.
Okay.
Tina faces some serious consequences for her actions, and the truth about this whole crime ring and its connections to some corrupt officials starts to come out. But the danger's not completely over.
What do you mean?
Tina's boyfriend, who is a key player in this whole operation,
Okay.
manages to escape,
Oh.
leaving a lingering threat.
Ooh, a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
Sounds like there might be a sequel.
maybe.
So what happens to Naomi and Knox after all this?
Well, their relationship really deepens after all the trauma they've been through.
Okay.
In Chapter 18, Knox is just overwhelmed with relief and his feelings for Naomi.
Yeah.
And he proposes.
Oh, that's so romantic.
I know, right?
Did she say yes?
Of course.
Yeah.
She realizes that Knox is everything she's ever wanted, strong, protective, and really caring, even if he doesn't always show it.
Yeah.
And with Tina out of the picture, they can begin the process of officially adopting Waylay.
Oh, I love that they're a family.
Me too.
Does the book end there?
It doesn't.
Then what happens?
Chapters 19 and 20 give us a glimpse into their future.
Okay.
5 years later, Naomi and Knox are happily married, still living in Knockmount.
Oh.
Knox has reconciled with his father, who has struggled with alcoholism,
Oh, good.
and they've expanded their family in a really beautiful way.
What do you mean?
Well, it turns out that they can't have biological children,
Okay.
but they adopted 2 more little girls into
Ah.
their family, so they have this bustling household full of love and laughter,
Oh, I love it.
and they wouldn't have it any other way.
This is a great place to pause. For now, we've covered the heart of the story, the action, the romance, the heartwarming resolution, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up and dive a little deeper into what makes Things We Never Got Over such a great read. Okay, so we've journeyed through runaway brides and small-town secrets and even a kidnapping.
It's been wild.
But what makes this book, Things We Never Got Over, more than just like an action-packed romance?
I think it's the depth that Lucy Score brings to her characters. You really see them grow and confront their pasts and learn what really matters.
You're right. Like Naomi, she arrives in Knock Him Out so broken and lost.
Yeah.
How does she evolve over the course of the story?
Well, she finds strength she didn't even know she had.
Yeah.
Initially she's running from her problems, but then she becomes this fierce protector for Waylay,
Yeah.
a pillar of support for Knox, and she ultimately embraces the chaotic beauty of her new life.
I love that. And what about Knox? He starts off so closed off and gruff.
Yeah.
What prompts his transformation?
It's a gradual process.
Yeah.
He's drawn out of his shell by Waylay's perceptiveness,
Mhm.
challenged by Naomi's spirit, and forced to confront his own fears of vulnerability through all this danger they face together.
So fascinating how their personalities, they clash, but they also complement each other.
Yeah.
And it pushes them both to grow.
Exactly. And that growth isn't limited to just them. We see it in Knox's brother Nash overcoming his own trauma,
Yeah.
and even Knox's dad finally facing his demons and wanting to reconcile.
It really highlights those themes of second chances
Right.
and redemption.
Absolutely.
The family dynamics in this story are so well developed. What do you think makes them so compelling?
Lucy Score. She doesn't shy away from the complexities.
Yeah.
We see the challenges of blended families, the weight of past hurts, and that unconditional love that can bind people together even when they're broken.
It adds a layer of realism
Right.
that elevates it beyond just a typical romance.
Definitely. And speaking of realism, the portrayal of Naomi and Knox's inability to have biological children and their adoption of 2 more daughters,
Yeah.
it's handled with such sensitivity.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah, it's a testament to all the different ways that families are formed and the boundless capacity for love.
So for our listeners, what's the key takeaway from Things We Never Got Over?
I'd say it's a story about finding your people, your place, and your purpose, even when life throws you those curveballs.
Mm-hmm.
It's about embracing, that messy, chaotic beauty of life and love,
Yeah.
and recognizing that sometimes those things we never thought we'd get over become the foundation for something really extraordinary.
Well said. It's a reminder that sometimes the greatest adventures are found in the most unexpected places,
Yeah,
often with the most unexpected people.
that's true.
So if you're looking for a story that will make you laugh, cry, and believe in the power of second chances,
Definitely check it out.
I highly recommend diving into Things We Never Got Over.
It's so good.
It's a romance novel with heart humor and a whole lot of small-town charm. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
I had so much fun.
Me too.